Hello and welcome to your Living A Course in Miracles call. My name is Jared Krebs. I'm coming at you live from San Antonio, Texas. Today is November 30th, and I am excited about today's call because naturally the content was fabulous. We're studying Ken Wapnick. He talked about how to be happy in this illusory world, how to deal with loneliness, what to do when the voice of God is speaking to you, and I forgot, or how to hear the voice of God. What's the fourth one? What was the fourth video?
Beauty as a symbol.
Beauty as a symbol. That's right. You got it, Angela. So we're going to talk about those four videos, and the links are actually in this, YouTube video because I post them, so you can actually refer back to the videos we actually watched. But we're going to start the call like we always do with having each one of you tell us where you're calling in from and why you're excited about today's call, and your name, please. Let's go.
I'll start. I am Angela Irving, and I am in a parking lot in the middle of Austin, Texas, inside my car. I'm excited about this call because I haven't been on in a few weeks, and I also agree that the content was very inspiring and lovely, and I took intense notes for only part of it, so.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear your intense notes, man. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, Angela. And I like how you have your phone all propped up like fabulous there in the car.
Yeah, it's on a little thing that's like hanging up on my dash.
Oh, wow. That's like a little man.
It's like a little man. Yep, that's how I look at my GPS.
I like it. I need a little man there.
Yep. Beautiful.
All right. And it looks like Maria Boatman disappeared, or what happened? Or maybe she turned off her camera.
Yeah. Looks like she did.
All right. There she is back. All right, let's go to you, Maria. Hi, Linda.
They should turn off here.
We need your audio on, Maria.
There we go. Okay, now?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Maria Boatman. I am calling from New York City, and I am very happy to be joining today with like-minded people.
That's right.
Yes.
Yay, Maria.
Yay.
New York City.
Yes.
We are blessed to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. I see we have a guest from Lancaster, California. And she's back.
Yeah.
You unmute yourself?
I'm good.
Awesome. All right. Linda.
I'm from Lancaster, California, and yesterday I just came from my 6-day trip to Long Island, New York. I mean, the plane came in about 5 o'clock. Me and my boyfriend got home maybe like 8 to 9 o'clock at night. The rain and the traffic here in California, that. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
love it, love it. Well, welcome back.
Sleep and that's it, you know.
Welcome back, Linda. You did a great job documenting your trip. I loved your pictures from Brooklyn. They're gorgeous, and I'm glad you had fun.
I took pictures from the airplane, so I thought maybe some of you guys want some of the pictures for your computer, desktop, whatever, you know.
Yeah, it was great.
It's lucky.
Thank you, Linda.
You're
All
welcome.
right. And Nathan Lively.
Hey, Nate, what's
Nathan
up?
Lively. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh, man. Really thought we were going to beat those Spurs. Did not beat the Spurs, I heard.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. I care about sports. Hey, it's good to be here. Good to see you guys. I'm excited to talk about Kenneth Wapnick videos with you.
Heck yeah. And thanks for hosting last week's call. You looked fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's do this. Okay.
Woo!
So I was blessed with the opportunity to select these videos. And the way that I did it was I went to YouTube, and it was very random. But I think they just came up. I didn't even put too much thought into it. I was like, even if we watch a repeat of one we've watched, because we've watched like, how many have we watched? Like 90, or it seems like a lot. I was like, I don't even care. But I think they're not repeats. I don't think so. I think they're all.
For me, they are.
Yeah. I mean, the content's always great. And I just want y'all to know, like, real quick, that I'm on my personal study outside of this call. I'm reading chapter 23 of the text. And so I read one page of the text, and then I read Ken Wapnick's commentary on that one page of the text. And it takes an hour to do that. So we're talking but I mean, I circle stuff. I read it like my life depends on it. And then I found Gary Renard shared with me a way you can purchase Ken Wapnick talking about each chapter of the entire Course in Miracles. And it's like $20. And I purchased Ken talking about chapter 22 and 23. And then now next month when I get to chapter 24, I'll pay another $20 and I'll get Ken Wapnick on 24 and 25. And it's 4 hours of Ken Wapnick. So he spends 2 hours talking about each chapter. All right. So I'm getting my time in studying like every single page, right? And then I'm hearing Ken talk about my chapter that I've been reading, and my brain is just like, and I say all that because I'm making an excuse that I didn't listen to the 4th video, okay? Because I was doing it. But I did a lot of study, okay, guys? Like, I studied at least an hour a day of my own study, and that's why I didn't hear all 4 videos. But let's talk about the 3 videos, okay, that I watched. So the first one was not the loneliness one. It was the one on, how can I be happy in this world? And it was basically, what I liked about it was it's not, it's basically just not subscribing to the ego thought system and denying the ego's thought system. And how do I deny the ego's thought system? I forgive. So it was cool that he did not say, well, you need to read A Course in Miracles. That's how you can be happy, which I think that would help deny the ego's thought system. But I mean, he didn't like say stuff like that, right? He was basically like about forgiving. So that was my highlight from number 1 video. Number 2 video was on loneliness. And that was something that it was a really new thing to learn from me, that loneliness is an ego defense mechanism. So when I feel lonely, that is my ego trying to defend itself and help me, buy into the ego thought system. So that was really a new thing for me to hear and to learn, and just, I guess I appreciated knowing that if I feel lonely, that's an ego defense mechanism. And that if that's the case, to, I guess, forgive it and to just be aware of it. Sometimes just being aware of it makes it go away, I've noticed. So that was my highlight for number 2 video. Number 3 video is the voice of God, and like, how can I hear the voice of God? And he talks about, well, you don't want to hear the voice of God. That's why you don't hear it most of the time, right? But he literally covered like the whole metaphysics of the Course in that like 5-minute video. Like he was like, I mean, he talked about the separation, and he talked about like the whole, like how it all progresses. And I really need to go listen to that again, because it's like, he kind of like slapped me like, wow. I was like, he really hit it on the head. But I think, again, the main thing about listening to the voice of God is, he said about forgiveness, and also it was forgiveness, and there's something else. I mean, he talked about all of the metaphysics of the Course. So, I mean, realizing we're not a body, and like why we want to be a body. And I mean, it was really heavy. So I really need to hear Angela's notes on that. I hope you. And then the 4th video, the beauty video, obviously I didn't hear. So feel very guilty about that, especially because I'm leading the call.
You should.
But anyway, that's what I got for you guys. So thanks for your forgiveness. And who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so I listened to all four of them as I was driving, and then I was trying to remember the basic gist of each one of them, and then the ones that I wasn't as super clear on, I listened to and took more notes on them. So I have more notes on the second one and the third one than I do on the first and the last one. So basically, what you said, Jared, about the first one is what I got was that basically how to be happy in this world is to just make sure that you don't subscribe to the ego's interpretation of what you're experiencing. And yep, forgiveness is the answer. I mean, I know that there are more things, but there's always things that he says that like relate back to the main point, but sometimes they can even be like tangents that I'm just like, like little gems that he says that I think are great, but I didn't go back and listen to it and write any of those down. So
Yes.
For loneliness, I have it's the basis. Hold on, what the heck? Has its basis in the original belief that we have separated. The only way out of this is to recognize that it's a defense. It's an experience we've chosen to prove that separation is real, like any other part of the ego thought system. And then it's repressed that we even chose that. We're like, man, loneliness sucks. And then we don't remember that we actually chose it. It's the same with guilt and depression and anxiety. And it basically tries to prove the principle of the atonement isn't true. It's like, see, but why would I be experiencing this? Except, that means that I really am separate. So that's what I take away from there. He had a lot of really great quotes from the God's Voice Speaks to Me All Day. I thought, we don't like no existence of me. Like, that was kind of my weird, paraphrase of it. I like what I am, and even if I don't, I like that I exist and don't like who I am. I thought it was really funny. And like how we like the Bible's version of God because he knows us, even on his bad days, quote unquote. We requested that God pay more attention to our individual selves, and he didn't know how to do that, so he didn't. And then we fired God. I thought that was hilarious. Fired God and made him into an unloving God. And we like that version of God better because he notices us. But I don't know, I never enjoyed that version of God, and I think that's one of the reasons that I got atheistic, because I was like, what? Like, this supreme being cares that, I don't know, what? I just didn't really get into that. And then let's see, what else did I say? Oh yeah, we don't hear his voice because we don't want to. We need to recognize that we want to hear the ego's voice over the Holy Spirit's voice, or God's voice. Same diff. We need to recognize that in every unkind slash attack thought, these all reenact the moment that we told God to get lost. I like that.
Man, yeah. It's like we're constantly reenacting the original instant of the separation through our attack thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny too, because I was having a bunch of attack thoughts against a friend last night. I was just getting really frustrated with him. And it's funny, I'll have these thoughts and I'm like, I know that these aren't good. I know that this isn't what I'm supposed to be thinking, but this is what I'm feeling right now. And then I'm just telling my boyfriend, I shouldn't be saying these out loud, but I'm going to tell you so that I don't tell anybody else. Anyways, so then for the beauty as a symbol, I got basically somebody was asking him whether it was okay for them to enjoy the beauty of the earth. If they notice that something's beautiful, they notice an experience is particularly beautiful to them, he would say, yeah, actually, because when you notice beauty, it's basically a representation of what's going on in your mind. And if you are forgiving more, or if you are having a happier dream, things around you will look more beautiful. And he was saying, you could be walking through a garden full of flowers or a garden full of weeds, but it'll be as beautiful for you because it reflects what your mind state is. And as long as you don't believe that what you're seeing is 100 is true, that it's just a symbol, a representation of what's going on in your mind, then yay, go ahead and enjoy beauty. And it's funny because I totally I mean, I do want to go back and listen to more notes for that, but I 100% have experienced this because I've definitely been in situations where I'm like, wow, everything around me should appear as beautiful to me right now, but it doesn't because of what kind of turmoil my mind is in right now. Or in a situation like sitting in traffic when I shouldn't really be thinking something's beautiful, but like for some reason everything just seems ethereally beautiful to me. And it's just like a reflection of what was going on in my head or my mind. Not really.
Okay, so that was the fourth video's highlights for you?
Yep.
I like that, right? So you don't feel guilty about enjoying the beauty.
No, yeah.
It's just a reflection maybe of peace in that moment.
Yeah.
And in the same way, when you're seeing something ugly or whatever, it's a reflection of the turmoil in the mind. So what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like everything that you're seeing in front of you is a projection of what's going on for you.
Yeah. I like that.
Like the happy dream, you know, like you start seeing everything is beautiful. You start seeing everyone is beautiful. Even if someone's yelling at you, you're like, you're not yelling at me. Like, you really are beautiful. You know, like, not that I've actually had that experience, but.
No, I mean, that's really good. That's freaking badass. I love it. Thank you, Angela.
Hey, you're welcome.
Good to see your lovely, beautiful face.
Thank you. Likewise, sir.
All right. Let's do this. Who's next?
I'll go.
All right, Maria.
Okay. My comments for the first videos is, well, the only way to find joy in a joyless world is to recognize that I am not there, but without denying our experience of the world. But this does not mean that we do not obey the ego's interpretation of this, that what's outside of us is what makes us happy or sad, and by the way, over which we have no control. And for the second video, the loneliness is, we choose loneliness as a way to tell us that the ego is right and God is wrong. But also, we banish the Holy Spirit and Jesus that are really our only friends, that are there, that are where the feelings of aloneness comes. Loneliness has nothing to do with bodies. It only has to do with a decision the mind has made. So that's my note. Okay, for the third video, God speaks to me all throughout the day is like, yeah, okay, God speaks to me all throughout the day, but I don't want to hear it. You know, the voice of the ego is really, really loud. But at the same time, it says that it's by recognizing the attraction to the ego's voice that allows us finally to let it go, because we recognize how very painful that choice is. And why would I choose pain when I could have the joy of God instead? So the same thing that makes us, it helps us in the end to get rid of that. And the fourth video about beauty is like, yeah, we can enjoy beauty, but everything we see outside with our eyes is a projection of an inward condition. So in reality, it's just, and it even doesn't matter if you have no eyes. You're going to see beauty because beauty is within you. And that beauty you see outside is a reflection of that love of God that you have within you. So no eyes necessary to see beauty. So yeah, that was my comments.
Wow. Loved it. You really nailed it. You got some great notes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
All right. Linda Pettigrew from Lancaster, California. Did you post your homework? Did you post your notes?
Yeah.
Can I follow along Linda's notes? I think you need to unmute yourself, Linda.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I hear myself. Okay. When I moved down for the first video, thing is, you want to be happy with yourself, but don't lie either, okay? It's like talking to God when you want to be happy in an illusionary world. It's how you could be at peace with yourself, no matter what you are, whatever it is you're doing or where you are. You have to feel the peace within you, no matter where you are. If you're in the best place to the worst place, right? It's your attitude, your head, your noggin. You have to get it thinking in high drive to keep yourself happy, okay? Duh. That's how you have to do it.
Love it.
Use the power of positive thought to keep yourself good and everything good, okay? Even when you're doing the most private stuff that you don't have to list it here. Keep yourself good. It's your attitude. You have to keep yourself good. That's what you have to do. I mean, right now in my living room, it's a mess. I mean, one carry-on suitcase and one regular suitcase. I put everything in airtight bags. When I come home and I have jet lag, I'm like, mud is an understatement, okay? I mean, today I don't feel like going through it. Maybe tomorrow, Sunday, I'll go through it. It's just, and I keep myself happy, you know. I watch TV. And I'll watch The Christmas Almost Wasn't, the 1966 film. Now, Maria maybe knows that one, okay? Yeah, I see the look on her face. I know it. It's an American movie. Maybe Jared and Angela, maybe both of you saw it when you were little kids. It's a
What movie
very
are you saying?
movie. I love it. When I watch that movie once a year, it keeps me happy. That's one of my happiest around Christmas. And the video too. Sometimes you need to be alone or with another person, animal, place, or thing, or just by yourself. But very simply, keep the God of your understanding within you that keeps you good. That's all you have to do. And that's a person, place, or thing, or an animal. Even though the word dog is spelling reversible or God, but I mean, it's up to you. It's your spirituality. It's your world, your pants. And it's your attitude that matters. Okay, that's for number 2. Video number 3. I'm always speaking with God, angels, or spirits. Oh, they keep me busy, honey. I did do psychic work in the past. I started in 1997 and actually stopped in 2005. I mean, I come here to California. It was very Christian, so I wasn't making any business. So, I just kept going to AA meetings. I just kept it simple, stuff like that, you know? I mean, even nowadays, I mean, I get Mark's grandmother talking to me. I get my parents talking to me. I get angels talking to me. And they give me great advice that can help me. And most of the time, it has helped. I mean, they know. And that's the God of my understanding. They give you great advice that may help you. And you can ask for help if you want. Just play it by ear. That's the best thing I can say. For video number 4, now to feel beauty. Now, you know when you have that happiest moment in your life? Only you know where and what it is, what time and place, because you were there. And you can just use anything, Christmas time or time with a person or a dog or a cat. You feel that beauty within you. You want to feel that peace, that serenity. It's self-confidence and self-love in high gear, honey. That's what it is. Thing is, self-beauty comes on special occasions, holidays. For me, it's Christmas. I may be broke by Christmas, but giving is better than receiving. What I'm going to do is when I get paid on December 3rd, I'm going to get myself a bigger Christmas tree. I have a white one. I think it's maybe like 5 feet high. I like it. I want to go bigger. I just hope to God doesn't cost me a fortune. So I want to have a better Christmas tree. I really want to bring out my place good. And that white Christmas tree, I'll just bring it down to Grace Resources and tell them to give it to a poor person. And I'll go through maybe some holiday decorations. I'll just add like a few if I can, and that's what I'll do. So part of beauty is giving more than receiving, but you have to do what's happy for your journey. That could be reading or watching rock and roll or disco music. That's what I grew up with. I remember disco music, the Bee Gees, Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta movie, remember? Oh, God. I even went to the disco in Brooklyn. It's a nice place. It's a gay joint now, but it's a very nice place. A lot of light up floors. But it's like you have to maybe do something that keeps the beauty within you. And only you know that for your journey.
Awesome, Linda. Well, great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing, and I can't wait to see your Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it on good. See what's at Walmart.
Yeah, Crystal got us a Christmas tree this week from Target, and it has like silver kind of built into each little part of the tree, like little silver things.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lights are built into the tree too. So it's like the lights are perfect. That's like I'll have to show y'all. Anyway.
All right.
What happens when they go out, man?
I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see. If one goes out, the whole tree goes out. I don't know. I'll show y'all at the end of the call. But
I'll kind of like I'll look in the app and see what they have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do shopping this Monday.
Awesome. Well, keep us posted. Keep up the great social media. You do good. I love it.
Well, I love technology, but other times I hate it. I'm 57 years old, I have to catch up. Right, Maria?
Yeah.
Younger generation, you could do technology, but us old as folk, we have to catch up.
Well, you know what? Not very many 57-year-olds can rock Zoom like you or rock Story like you. So
45.
Ah!
Oh, I remember that group, Stars on 45. I played that 33 to death. Oh, my God. My mother would tell you.
Love it.
And they're still great. They do YouTube videos. They're great. They gotten old. That's all.
Hi-yo.
Yes, sir. You're back. You're back.
Alrighty, I got some stuff to say. Some people already maybe said it because I had to leave, but I'm back, so I'm gonna say it. So we're talking happy. Yeah, that's when you set a different purpose than the ego's negativity, right?
Yeah.
So the ego's goal is I exist and someone else is responsible. And there's winners and losers because it's a world of duality. But deep down, we realize the fundamental lie of the ego thought system. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess we're all working on this piece, right? That my happiness depends on what happens outside of me. So we're trying to figure out how to not let anything, we're trying to figure out how to not give away our peace.
Yes. That's
so the way we do that is by seeing the world as a, go ahead. So the way we do that is by seeing the world as a classroom to learn that nothing here has any effect on me and that the separation is not real.
That's right.
Yeah.
I thought this was good. Loneliness, camouflage, that this is camouflage. I didn't write that down correctly. Never mind. We choose loneliness as a way to tell us that the ego is right and God is wrong. I think Angela said
that.
Yeah. God's voice. Oh, yeah. I remember reading this for the first time, too, and thinking, oh, I hear God's voice all day. No, it doesn't say I hear God's voice all day. It says, what does it say? God speaking to me all day. And the goal is that we need to remove the static, remove the blocks to hearing God's voice. So what we need to ask ourselves is, why don't I do the thing? Why don't I forgive so that I can hear your voice? And one of the ways we do that is we begin by recognizing our investment in hearing the ego's voice instead of God's voice or the Holy Spirit's voice. And the way we start to turn that around is by recognizing how painful that choice really is. And that's what the course is all about, right? Connecting cause with effect, bridging the gap Closing the divide. That's all I got. I don't have anything for the last video.
Awesome stuff on the first 3 videos, though, bro.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm probably gonna have to jump off because I'm helping my wife deal with something, but I might be back in a little bit.
Okay. We
Okay.
send Ellis our love.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, let's get right into forgiveness in the field, shall we, folks?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. So, I mean, there's only 4 of us now. So okay, maybe I'll do a timer just in case someone gets long-winded, but we'll do like 4 minutes. I don't see anybody going longer than that. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna need 4 minutes, but let's see what happens since there's only 4 of us tonight. All right. So, what?
Why do we even need a timer then?
Just it could happen. Someone goes, then the timer saves us all. That's why. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. So forgiveness in the field. Honestly, guys, I've had a pretty good couple weeks because I missed last week as well. I haven't really had like many blow up times, which usually it's Crystal who makes me mad, and then I yell at her or whatever, and then it's like I feel like, oh shoot, I failed. But this last 2 weeks I've done a pretty good job. There have been times where like Crystal will, spend outside of the budget, which that seems to be my forgiveness lesson a lot. And when it's happened this last week, I was like, oh, there's my fear of poverty. Oh, that's a reflection of my my fear of God. That's a reflection of my decision to be a body. Like I kind of saw it, and so then I was okay. I didn't get mad or react that really, I think we still addressed it because, we planned out our budget for the December and like all that. So like that was really good. That's the old Jared would have been like, right. So that was a forgiveness thing that went well. And okay, is there anything else? That's happened a couple times. Oh yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to share. So when I go to sleep at night, almost every night, like I have like fear come into my mind, like fear of poverty is I think the main one. And I say my little prayer that I've said here on the call before that I've shared y'all, the script. And I basically, I'm basically activating the thought system of the Holy Spirit, But lately, I've really like made it an intention. Like when I go to sleep at night, like to just really like remember that all of those things are fear of God. All of those things are fear of, I guess, the destruction of the ego, right? But then also realizing this is a dream. Like, I don't know. I can't really say it exactly, but it's kind of like remembering a lot of the things from the Course. And when I go to sleep, then I've slept better. I've had some nights where I like really slept really good. So these are like what's been going on with me. I've been studying the Course for 1 hour a day. It's like the second hour of my day, every day, is Course in Miracles. And I don't have my phone around, and I'm just like in my little process that I explained to you. And I just, my brain's on fire. Like my brain's not on fire, but like lit up. Like once I've done that for an hour, and I'm just really, really in a good place with that. So that's basically kind of like what's going on. And it just occurred to me that what if we have everybody, i.e. Maria, i.e. Linda, i.e. Nathan, come to Texas to see Gary Renard on May 10th, is it? Or whenever he's in Matagorda. Angela, come on, you're coming.
I have not seen, I don't know, this is the first I've heard of it, so.
Okay, he's going to be in Matagorda, that same place that we went to last time.
Okay,
and Sue Ann Knobloch is going already. She's not on these calls, but she's a dear friend of mine and Course student. but I'll get you guys the dates, but what if we had a Living A Course in Miracles road trip or event? I don't know. I mean, we're all going, so we still got 5 or 6 months ahead of that. But I mean, come on, it's Gary Renard. Oh, and by the way, Angela, I think the other two know, Gary Renard himself will be on this call on January 4th.
Okay.
January 4th.
Cool.
See, good thing we have a timer. Look at me. I got off on all kinds of tangents. Okay. So that's all I got. Who's next?
I am next.
Maria.
Okay. I didn't have any like forgiveness opportunity that wow, a big one. So I continue with something that I shared last week that was something I felt attacked. And at that moment I remember, hey, I made that person up. So like, and the fear, just everything went away. So this week, every single time I see something, it's like, oh, I made that person up to get this. So thank you for being there. So the whole experience is transformed. But something that I am really happy about this week is that I can stop myself before judgments. So even before, when I am about to make a judgment, I'm like, ooh, that's a judgment. No, like I'm not going there. So I am able to forgive before I get there. I've been celebrating. Like, it's like, oh my God, this is so good. I am being more peaceful this week. Like I am in the subway, right? And this very crowded. The other day I was there. I am like, I don't even know. Where am I going to hold on to? Like what? And two people in the subway say, oh, you can hold on to me. So this guy on my right and this girl on my left. So I was just there holding on to these people that I didn't know. And it was like, awesome thing. At the end, I was like, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. And it was a moment of joining in the subway, crowded like hell. So it was awesome.
Wow.
It was awesome. Yeah. And by the way, I want you to share that information about getting the Ken Wapnick thing about the text, if you could later.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's my share.
Awesome. Well, first of all, this really sounds like the happy dream. Like, you know, the happy dream that they talk about, I think, in A Disappearance of the Universe. Where you start to see everything and you're very peaceful all the time. And so kudos to you, Maria, for all your great work that you've done with the course, and that you're experiencing the fruits of your work, you know, and it's very exciting for us to hear as well. So thank you for sharing all this stuff with us. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, and I will definitely share that here at the end of the call. Well, it's actually facim.org. Foundation and whatever, acourseinmiracles.org. And then there's a store. And then within the store, there's like a bunch of different ways to find it, but I think it's under audios or something.
Okay.
I can post the exact link, but it's literally, you know, that book I always hold up that I'm so proud about? It's literally that book.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, okay, that book, Ken didn't write it. Ken gave these 2-hour speeches, and then some devoted, serious son of a gun transcribed everything Ken did, and then also made sense of, you know, like when you're giving a speech, it doesn't always translate into a book. Well, whoever did it, like, made it all understandable. So you could literally follow along with that blue book and listen to
I have the blue book. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically like you can follow along. It's dynamite, man. It's cool. So, and it's $20 per 2 chapters, right? So like, I'm like so excited for my next $20 that I get to get the next 2.
I went to a Foundation in Course in Miracles in Anaheim, California. I think that was maybe like 2 hours from here. Nice place. They have like classes back. Nice building. I went there.
Oh, hey, wait. This is your 4 minutes is up, I guess, Maria.
Yeah.
Wow. You were done minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right. Linda Pettigrew, Forgiveness in the Field.
So I know I have have a better attitude for the moment and for the future, and let the past be the past. And that's all I can do. That's what I've been thinking over. I mean, it's good to have good memories of the past, but if you have any bad memories, you have to let go and let God, just give it to God.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just have your own thing, and everybody else have their own thing, and that's it. I mean, now Marcus in bed, I'm just in the kitchen here cleaning up and listening to you guys, and I just have to forgive myself that I need to have more energy. I wish maybe jet lag didn't exist, but it does. I do the best I can. That's what I have to figure myself on, trying to do the best I can.
Yeah, forgiving yourself for or just the situation so you can have more energy or whatever. I totally understand. I feel the same way, honestly, like when I get behind in the things I want to do for the day and I'm like already hours behind and I still haven't done XYZ, and yeah, got to forgive that. That's forgiveness in the field.
Well, how old are you, 30?
Thank you. Yes. No, about to be 39 next Friday. By the way,
we love you. Okay.
Aww.
we need.
It'll be your birthday call.
Well, guys, I won't be on my birthday call. I need one of you for my birthday to host this call. That will be the present.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that here at the end of the call. Anything else, Linda?
That's it. That's all I can think about.
Okay. Totally understand, and thank you for sharing.
Oh, by the way, Ken Wapnick, he did a CD thing I have in my car. Something about eating well or diets. I forgot the name of it. I have it in my car. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow morning. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it on your website.
Yeah.
But it's good. I listen to it. It's about your diet, your food.
Oh, cool. I'll hear it. Yeah, thank you. All right. Nathan Lively, are you back?
Hey, Nate.
Hey, I'm back.
All
Hey,
right.
yeah, so the one that I can think of right now, the one that's coming up is just that I kept waking up and my throat was hurting. And there was one day especially when like I think it was yesterday, yeah, I was gonna had a workout planned, so I was preparing the day before, like, okay, I'm not gonna drink and I'm gonna go to bed early so I can do this workout because it sucks and it's hard and I don't want to, amplify that pain. And then I woke up in the morning and my throat hurt and I was like, oh no, am I gonna get sick? And then I remembered Kenneth Wapnick saying, well, this is the thing for me to forgive today. And then that's how I started my day. And that was my forgiveness in the field.
Sweet. Did you still do your workout?
I still did the workout and it was fine. I think I get nervous about stuff, and I don't think whatever's going on with my throat, I don't think I'm actually sick. I just had like a slightly sore throat. I don't know. It didn't affect really my performance.
No. So you forgave the moment, and then it kind of went away later in the day.
It keeps coming back. It's like it's better. It's a little bit better now, but it just scared me in the morning mostly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll do another quick one. There's a little bit more time. Just going out to coffee with my wife this morning, and like I don't know, some stuff she was saying was like triggering me and kind of triggering my defenses, and I can just tell that what like a great thing to sort of interrupt that normal cycle of my defenses being triggered and like my brain's sort of starts building a case against someone, in this case my wife. I can break that up pretty easily just by continuing to think things like you are spirit, you are Christ, holy and innocent, all is forgiveness, release, and I don't, the Holy Spirit helped me transform this special relationship into a holy relationship, and I don't want to see you as a body. I'm looking past your body, and it's like, in those points, it's so much more important to me that I, have that experience and I specifically hear the details about whatever she's talking about, and it's so much more important that I like not get triggered and turn something into a fight. And then it was totally fine, but it was one of those moments where I could have seen how it could have turned into me getting upset and maybe getting defensive and starting a fight versus just sort of listening and maybe not being hyper engaged, but you know, having a pleasant experience. And so she got to say what she needed to say, and we had a nice time. So that's my forgiveness in the field.
Score. Boy, that's better than Minnesota beating the Spurs, bro.
Oh man, well, I only saw a little bit of the other night when I was at a restaurant, and we were so far ahead, and I was like, I'm going to talk about this on the call. This is going to be Jared's forgiveness opportunity, and I'm going to talk. And then I found out later that we didn't win. I was like, what? We're so far ahead.
Well, but you have to remember that I'm a Jazz fan. I'm relocated here, so
all right.
Next time you want to talk about forgiveness, just talk about the Utah Jazz, and I'm sure I'll have.
Got it.
But awesome, thank you, Nathan. All right, Angela.
All right. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've had so many different experiences in the last, I don't know, however long I haven't been on this call, and I don't even know how to fit it within the framework of a forgiveness lesson. A lot of it, but there are some things that I can. So I suppose I can start there, and at some point the timer's going to go off. So I did realize, similarly to you guys talking about your wives, in that I feel like I have a few friends. I mean, kind of what I was talking about before. I have a few friends in my life that I just, even earlier when I was listening to some of the videos that were, I think probably from last time's call, because I was listening to Kelly's playlist. I was like, yeah, it sort of it rang to me that I'm being triggered by some of my friends because I still have to learn that lesson. Like, I still have to learn how to forgive them for something that I'm projecting on them. You know, it's either something that I do and I get pissed at them for doing it, you know, or that it's just like an opportunity, like, okay, like I haven't learned this. I haven't learned how to forgive this yet. So there it is. And also it's similarly to what Nathan, you just said. I was getting pissed at one friend last night, or frustrated. I think that's probably a more accurate way of describing what I was feeling. That I just go, he's a lost puppy. He's a lost puppy. We're all lost puppies. You can't get mad at a lost puppy. Like, you just like help a lost puppy, or you just like love a lost puppy. You know, or the phrase from when, you know, Jesus on the cross, forgive them for they know not what they do. You know, like, we all do stuff that we don't even know we're doing, and that's a great forgiveness lesson for us. I had a very intense forgiveness lesson. Gosh, I think it was the beginning of Thanksgiving week. There, I posted some photos from, I'm in a friend's amateur film, and in the last scene, I fling a gun around a whole bunch. It's like a prop gun, but it's a big shift for my character. And so there's a photo of me pointing this prop gun at the camera. And I posted it along with 15 other photos at the same time. But as I, at the time, would not have guessed, but it makes complete sense, that photo got more attention than other photos did. And when something gets more attention, it gets singled out by Facebook's algorithm. And all of a sudden, this one photo of me pointing a gun at the camera is shown up in people's feeds with no context. Yeah.
I want to see.
Well, I have restricted, I mean, it's a whole long thing. I've restricted who can see it because I just didn't want that attention anymore.
I saw it.
Yeah, I know. And you liked it, and I appreciate that. And it was like all the shit was happening at that time when you liked it. I was like, Nathan still likes it. Because someone who I'm only only tangentially friends with. Basically, I bought a piece of jewelry from her like 6 years ago, and so she doesn't really know me. She like kind of went ape shit on it and like called me the C word and everything. Yeah. So that was a great lesson.
Wow. Lost puppy.
All kinds of fun things to do with it that day, but I actually kept my cool. I was dealing with anxiety that day and then like following days, but I was able to really use that opportunity as an opportunity of bringing people together, because of course all of my friends were getting pissed at her. And so there was just like anger compounding, anger. And I was like, whoa. Let me give some context to this. And she apologized.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she apologized. And I mean, even though I would say that reacting in such a way that she did is not ideal and not helpful to anyone, but the fact that she apologized and that I was able to stay cool and just talk everyone off the ledge was a really useful experience for me, even though it was time consuming. But it felt like it felt kind of like a meeting of the minds. It was very educational, and a bunch of different people had a bunch of opinions about the legitimacy of, or not legitimacy, but like that photo being anywhere, and whether that was like okay or whether it wasn't okay, or whether the fact that it wasn't a real gun but it looked like a real gun, or blah blah blah, like all this stuff. There was a lot of stuff to talk about. I was like, wow, didn't really know that was gonna happen. So
Wow.
I've restricted who all can see it, but I can add you, Jared.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well,
I don't
thank
know
you.
if Jared can handle it.
Oh, he can.
I don't know if I can handle the truth. Just kidding.
Well, I don't know if that photo represents the truth. It's the character that I'm playing.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think the main point is you passed the test. You had an opportunity to forgive something and you did it.
Yeah.
So that is the best part about the whole thing. Sounds like it was quite a big one. But there are there is no hierarchy, or what is it? No order of difficulties in miracles. So,
right.
So rock and roll, Angela. What?
I'm sorry, I interrupt you, but like Sheila, even who had been on our calls a number of times, like she weighed in. She was like, "I think if this photo proves anything, is that you're a good actor." I was like, "Oh." She's like, "I don't really know you that well, but clearly you're an actor."
Aww.
So I was like, oh, she's like, I like it. I think you should keep it. But I did keep it. I just restricted it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Angela, thank you for sharing. That's great that you passed the opportunity. You don't have to go through that one again.
Yeah. I mean, it according to world standards, there are worse things to experience, but
yes,
it definitely wasn't fun.
Awesome. All right, guys. So we got 6 minutes left, which is cool. We're done a little early. So here's the deal with me. I am flying home on my birthday during our call. I'm going to Vegas on Sunday for a conference for my business, and then I'll have a couple days to play and do my birthday out there. But during our actual call next Friday, I will be flying. So I need someone to host. But wait, there's more. The next Friday is mine and Crystal's wedding anniversary. It's just not going to fly.
Gosh.
I can't do the call on the anniversary. You know what I'm talking about. So I need two hosts. If you have never hosted before, we will empower you and equip you to do that. Or
we could also just reschedule.
No.
All right.
No. So who wants to host? Unless no one wants to host, I guess then I have no choice.
I'll host.
Linda Pettigrew, are you going to host on my birthday, or are you going to host on, well, first of all, do you have a computer? Because it needs to be on a computer.
I have a laptop.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Windows 7.
What?
A Windows 7 2005. It
okay.
works.
Okay, so Linda, and you do Zoom. You use your laptop with Zoom and everything.
Now I use it on this tablet or my cell phone. I have to put the Zoom on my computer. Okay, I'm slow. Duh.
Okay. Okay. All right, Linda. All right, you're gonna host the call.
Good.
Rock and roll, December 7th. Nathan,
December
do you mind being tech support for Linda that day with her computer?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Awesome.
You give me a date. I'm gonna need your brain.
All right. And December 14th. Any volunteers?
I can't be on either of the next two calls, sadly. So
Okay.
not able.
Okay. Anyone else?
Looks like it's up to me.
All right. Hey, at least we will see your beautiful face on that day.
Has
Maybe.
Kristen been on lately?
Nope.
Huh.
I'll choose the videos for for next week.
Yay! All right. Teamwork.
Yeah, seriously. Go guys.
Thank y'all.
Hello.
All right. So Maria's going to post the videos,
Yes.
and Linda's going to host the call. Nathan's going to be tech support,
Yes.
and we're going to have this call. And
Yes.
if I'm able to somehow get on, even from the plane, I will buy Wi-Fi, and I will get on this freaking call as a participant if I can. So, but thank you guys for stepping up. It's beautiful teamwork. I appreciate you. I love you. Our team rocks.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday ahead of time.
Thank
I'll be at the
you.
wedding.
Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Jared and Angela, I'm going to be in Texas, so we should do a in-person meeting if we can.
Yes.
What days?
December 23rd to January 8th. No, December 20. Yep. Now I said it right the first time.
Okay.
Done. Yeah, let's get it on the calendar.
I'm going to be in Dallas between the 23rd and the 27th. So after I come back to Austin, I can totally
Nope.
come hang.
Cancel your Christmas plans.
Oh, you're funny. Maria, I don't know if you know this, but Jared and Nathan and I went to college together for at least 1 year.
What?
Yeah. And
That's awesome.
and then Nathan went to New York.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are North Texas alumni. That's where we
Yeah.
met. Hey,
Half our life ago.
right? Okay, here's the dates, guys. May 11th, Gary Renard will be in Matagorda, Texas on May 11th. It's a Saturday. So,
Okay.
yeah, so if you want to fly into Houston, because it's like an hour south of Houston. And it's on the coast. I mean, there might be even a closer airport, but I know that Houston's kind of like the biggest hub. And it's Gary Renard for like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And
On that Friday?
no, it's a Saturday, May 11th.
May 11th is a Friday, dude.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That's weird. No, it's not. It's May 11th to 2019 is a Saturday.
Oh, am I looking at the freaking wrong? I'm looking at the wrong year. That's hilarious. I just looked for a May and I looked for the absolute wrong one.
All good.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me change that.
So the ideal scenario is to travel and get there on Friday the 10th. There are different lodging, like we're going to stay in a little hotel there. And you can room with other Course in Miracles students. I think I'm going to be rooming with Sue Ann. And I don't know, I think my wife's coming too. So I don't know how many people we're going to put in a room, but you can room with someone or get your own room or whatever. But there's going to be people you can stay with or whatever. And then it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, May 11th. But usually, like last year I did it, there was a dinner on Friday night. So if you get in early enough, you can go have dinner with Gary and all the people who were there early. And then, you know, we go to bed or whatever. We wake up, we do the day 9 to 5. And then we all went to dinner again Saturday night.
Oh, that's cool.
And sometimes the dinners are like, you learn just as much. And,
totally.
And
I totally feel that, yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I like am such an avid reader, like I never read, but I met Pablo Arango there. And you guys know Pablo is the man. He's the Mexican Ken Wapnick.
He's awesome, yeah.
He's the ultimate. And you know, like so meeting people like him, I mean, that guy inspired me to read, you know? Now look at me. So
look at
but you guys understand. So I would love to, like, Maria, I'd love to meet you in person, go see Gary Renard, make a weekend out of it, you know? Angela, I know we tried this last year. So
yeah, and I chose something else.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it can work out. Linda, I don't know if it could work out, but if it could, it would be awesome to have you join us there in Matagorda.
I see it as very possible, actually. I
Okay.
see it, like, as highly possible. I'm, like, 80% right now.
Awesome. Nathan, just a hop, skip, and a jump from Houston, Minneapolis to Houston.
Oh, sure.
So, and Lengi, if you're watching, France to Houston, it's a good flight. France to Houston. Nonstop. You might have to go through Madrid or something, but all right. So thank you all for watching. Let's go ahead and end the call. Crystal's home. Hi, babe. Everyone say good night and God bless.
Good night.
God bless.
Good night and God bless.
See y'all next time.
Yeah, see you next time.
Bye.